Hey gang, it's JC, and this is the Daily Dose for Tuesday, August 30th, 2011, a combined venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Brentwood. Great television archives, top of the page, and I can already see what's happening. I put myself in the shade, and you see the sun coming up and it moves. By the time I'm like 30 seconds into this, I'm going to be squinting because the sun's going to come over that tree. And that's going to be it. All right, anyhow, we'll forge ahead and see what happens here. Great television archives, top of the page. Also, our eye candy feature and Sexually Speaking with Dr. Kathy Naughton along the bottom. And our rock and roll poll question. This was one of those good ones because it's one of the questions I had no idea what your response was going to be. Why do you think Jennifer Aniston has been so unlucky in love? She just got word that she is moving in with her boyfriend. This relationship sort of looks like the most serious thing she's had in a long time, but what is with the deal with this woman who just is knockout beautiful and yet goes through guys like shit through a goose? So we gave you a couple of opportunities to answer here, and number one answer with 52%. Though she's very attractive, she might not be a particularly compelling person to be with. Number one answer at 52%. Number two answer at 17%. She picks the wrong kind of guys. Number three answer, I don't consider her unlucky in love. After all, she was married to Brad Pitt. That's at 17%, and 14% of you chalk it up to that crazy Hollywood stuff. So there you go. All right, are you basically the same person you were as a kid? I'll get to that in just a moment. But some people grow up, they're the fat, shy, socially awkward kid. Kid goes on to be president of his own company. Has lots of friends, etc. and so forth. Then you have the other kids who sort of are the most popular kid in school. They sort of peak early. I think everybody knew people like that in grade school and especially in high school who peaked early and then, really didn't amount to much in life. So are you basically the same person you were as a kid? Yes, I've changed very little, or B, no, I have changed a lot. Well, I got to tell you, 4 years ago, after playing 20 some odd years, playing softball charity games, I played a lot of charity games with the KFNS team. A lot of those guys are my friends over there, and they'd have these charitable games, and I would get involved with them and got to know all those guys, and some very nice relationships. And over the years, got to be very good friends with Bob Ramsey, who for years was on KFNS, did a lot of the Cardinal baseball games for Fox Sports Midwest, and now, of course, is doing the afternoon show along with DeMarco and Randy on 101 ESPN. And about 4 years ago, Bob came to me and he said, I'm playing in this men's baseball league. I said, wait, baseball? He goes, oh yeah, I've been playing for years, and I really think you ought to try. I'm like, oh, Bob, I've had 2 back surgeries, not even back, neck surgeries, cervical, things. You can't turn your head right and everything. I said, no, I think my baseball playing days ended a long time ago. Though I was a very good ball player and I was in my teens and early 20s. They said, no, I've seen you play and I really think you could do this. And I was like, really? And I started thinking about it. I figured, well, what the hell? I mean, it's worth a shot. So I threw on the sidelines for about 2.5 months and then went and tried out, made the team, was pitching like a week later, and so for 4 years now we've been playing. Well, last night we made it into the second round of the playoffs of the Men's Senior Baseball League here in St. Louis. And we ended up winning the game 2-1. And I'm going to say these words because you're never going to hear me say them again. Because even when I was a kid, I was a crappy hitter. I could never hit. I'm just not a hitter. In spring training, the guys are all huddled around that batting cage. I never wanted to do anything but throw. Pitcher, something not all there with us pitchers. And so last night, we're losing in the late innings. And I come up with a runner in scoring position, and I get the base hit up the middle that scores the tying run, and then later on I score the winning run. And we won 2-1 last night. And so we move on to round 3 of the playoffs. So tonight in Brentwood at 7:30, JC working the bump. And I've said this before, just after a long layoff, 37 years of playing softball, to just that sensation of putting a uniform on again, putting your sanitary socks on and your stirrups and everything like that. It's so much fun. And if you're out there and you're listening to me, you're watching this right now, and you're thinking to yourself, well, I was a pretty good ball player as I was a kid. And I still got some skills left. Maybe I could get out there and do it. Get yourself in shape and go try out next spring get on the website, stlmsbl.com, stlmsbl. That's St. Louis Men's Senior Baseball League. And they have it staggered according to age groups, 25 plus, 35 plus, 45 plus, and 52 plus. And, you know, you might end up having fun, because I'm telling you, we are having a blast. You know, whether we win or lose tonight, it's been a great season, best season that I've been involved in the 4 years, and this has been very exciting. And like I said, win or lose, we had a great season, and this has been a blast. All right, the big news around these parts today is that the American Idol judges are headed for St. Louis on Friday, sort of flying in under the radar on the Labor Day weekend. Pretty smart move, if you ask me. Anyhow, Steven Tyler, Randy Jackson, and Jennifer Lopez will be here on Friday for the second round of the American Idol auditions. And this is going to turn into a circus, too. Don't have any details, but I'm sure we will as we get a little closer towards the end of the week. Speaking of television, how about this? Channel 5, after, you know, over 25 years, is busting up Art Holiday and Jennifer Blome. Whoa! That's pretty big news. So Jennifer will be on the early morning show, and Art is moving to the afternoon show. They're going to start a 4 o'clock news on Channel 5 starting, I think it's September 12th. And, you know, Channel 11 has been in the 4 o'clock news business now for over a year, but they have not really gotten a lot of attention out of the whole thing. So 5 is going to try it now, and off we go. And splitting up Art and Jennifer, boy, I hope that's not one of those things that's going to come back and get them, because the response so far has not been good. All right, Solange Knowles, you know, you've seen her on TV and everything. So Solange is a Miami Beach, trying to get into a club the other night, okay? So they deny her entry into this bar, and she starts claiming racial discrimination. And the police come along and they're like, no, we didn't let you into the bar because you had a inflatable 5-foot-tall banana. She goes, they pulled a knife on me. And the cops are like, no, we took a knife out because we were going to deflate the banana. People ask me all the time, are these stories that I do here on the Daily Dose, are they real or do I make them up? I have a fertile imagination, but again, as I said yesterday, it's not fertile enough to come up with stuff like this. And this one too. I didn't watch Lost, but Matthew Fox was in a very, very good movie called We Are Marshall. Played a football coach at Marshall University. And so he's in Cleveland the other night and tries to hop onto a bus, one of those buses that's going by, but he's not part of the group. It's a chartered bus or something like private, you know. So the female bus driver tells him to get off. He starts becoming belligerent with her, and he starts throwing swings at her and connects with her. He's beating up a woman. And the bus driver gets pissed, and she's apparently a little fire plug. And so she starts giving it back to him and apparently bloodies his nose. The cops show up. They handcuff him and take him away. Fox is in Cleveland filming the movie I, Alex Cross, which stars Tyler Perry. I'd be drinking, too, if I was doing a Tyler Perry movie. ABC announced the cast for the upcoming season of Dancing with the Stars. We had it yesterday. We had it leaked to us hours before it was revealed last night on ABC. Chaz Bono, Ricky Lake, Ron Artest, LA Lakers, reality star Kristen Cavallari, Wilson Phillips, Little Minx, China Phillips, David Arquette, No Talent Ass Clown, former Queer Eye star Carson Kressley, J.R. Martinez from All My Children, Hope Solo, formerly of yours, St. Louis Athletica, and the goalie for the women's Olympic soccer team. Rob Kardashian, Elizabeth Canales, that was George Clooney's recently jettisoned love interest. And the one that has everybody just going, what? No way, get out of here, is a Nancy Grace from CNN. And there's a lot of people who are wondering who was the person who said, we need more Nancy Grace. MTV Video Music Awards the other night, 12.4 million viewers. That is a new record. And Lady Gaga was in that alter ego thing, you know, where she's playing a guy. They said she kept in character the entire night. We went to the men's room. I don't know. There's just something about her that cracks me up. Oh boy. And she happens to be a good singer. She couldn't pull it off with the music, then all this stuff would just be stupid. But the fact that she can pull off the singing and the music videos, and she has amazing talent, whether you like her music or not. She is ultra talented, so I just get a charge out of her. Seth MacFarlane is going to be the host of the Charlie Sheen roast. We now know that TMZ's Harvey Levin is going to be one of the roasters, and now Mike Tyson is going to show up too and be one of the roasters at this whole thing. The circus continues. So what's the difference between the Midwest and the Eastern Seaboard? Probably the people. On Staten Island, New York, a former corrections officer and his girlfriend start going door to door. He's got a badge and he's telling people you got to evacuate, please, immediate evacuation, you got to get out of the house. And people would leave and then they would try to rob the house. Cops caught them. Welcome to New York. Madonna's daughter, Lourdes, appears to have a boyfriend. Madonna approves of the guy because she dated him first. Interesting revelations from former Vice President Dick Cheney's new book. On Halloween, he says he dresses up as Dick Cheney. And instead of blood, he runs entirely on motor oil. Little known fact. 1993, on this date, 23 million homes tuned in to watch the new Late Show with David Letterman on CBS. Less than half that many people were watching The Tonight Show. Billy Joel was Dave's first musical guest. All right, JC's Eye Candy today, a message from the 1950s. It's just classic. You're going to love this, okay? So check it out. It's right below what you're looking at right here. A message from the 1950s. Enjoy. All right, JC's Rock and Roll poll question. Are you basically the same person you were as a kid? Yes, I've changed very little, or no, I have changed a lot. Please answer. It's over in the corner there. We'll give you the results tomorrow here on the Daily Dose, and that is it. We have excitement abounding here in St. Louis as the 52 Sharks seek that World Championship with round 3 of 4 rounds. So we're in the semifinals right now. Tonight, 7:30 at Brentwood Park, and right along the railroad tracks there. And we are congratulating everybody that made it to the playoff rounds of the Senior Men's Baseball League here in St. Louis. It's been a blast. That's it. The Daily Dose for Tuesday, August 30th, 2011, a combined venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Brentwood. In the meantime, we've beaten this one to death. Have a good one. See you later. Bye.